Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Dirty Bones, and we've got another new map. This is a German map, Hallig Luttenland, if I said that right. On this fictional Hallig in the North German Wadden Sea, you can establish yourself as a small mid-sized farmer. Large equipment will be difficult to use as landscape and narrow roads. Therefore, the focus here is more on the coziness and beauty of the virtual nature. To do so, you can purchase one of 5 farms on the Halligs, only Terp, and gradually expand the initial very small farms as you wish. The only connection to the mainland via the muddy path through the Wadden Sea. Therefore, you have to wait for low tide to transport machinery from the merchant to the Hallig, or to purchase animals from the livestock dealership on the mainland. The tides on the map depend on in-game time. Low tide is at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. every day, and high tide is at 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. every day. The tide height is updated hourly. The tide animation starts at 9 a.m. on your first day. There are 60 purchasable areas, 48 fields. Average size of the field is 1.5 to 2 hectares, and this is a PC Mac map only. And of course, I said this was a German map, and this is by Simon Teamlex. So, we spawn in at our farm. There's our triggers. If we head to the back, now we don't start with a lot of equipment, just the basics. Okay, we have I believe it's a cow farm. Let's open her up. And there we can have 12 animals in there. We've got a little storage shed in here. And then we've got our harvester. Now, excuse me, we start with field 14. Let's scroll across here. There we are. That's what we start with. So these are our other farms that we can buy. So if we buy 53, nothing comes up there. Buy 52. Okay, there's a production that shows up. Small tarp greenhouse. We go to 51. Okay, we have 2 more cattle barns. We'll go pay those a visit. So we got the first one. We have 10 in there. We're allowed a total of 13. And if we head over, where is the other one exactly? Didn't we start at that one? Yeah, we did start at that one. Where is is it right here? No, this isn't it. Now, where is it? What was the total on that again? 13. Is it just in the barn? Nope, we're walking away from it. Okay, I don't get that one. We'll have to come back to that one. Nice little doors in here. You can actually get right through, can you? Nope, we can't get through there. One of these doors open? Nope. Nope, we're trapped. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back to the map anyways. Okay, so if we go on to 50 and buy that, we come up with a horse and sheep. Excuse me. So if we go into our sheep, we start with 15. This is just an empty shed. Going us 15. And if we move on down here, I believe these are our horses. So we can have up to 16 horses. Now if we move on to 49, I believe is just a piece of land. Yes, it is. And that's about it for that. Now, you don't have any productions on this map, except for we got the greenhouse there that showed up. And then you've got your grain shipyard and your ferry over here. Now, if we pay a visit to that, of course, there's our ferry. And if we hop back up over here, here is our shipyard sell point right there. Okay, now, these don't go anywhere. These are just sell points. All right, and then if we move across the map, so here's our island, our main island. I believe you do have a few other little low points that you do have to watch for when high tide comes up. You can see there's little, like, sort of trough areas that sit lower in the water. So they fill up first, and they will fill up your creeks. But we will hop into... There we are. Let's drop our trailer. Now, I got to go back to field number 1. Take a little drive here. There we are. We're coming up on it now. And we'll go for a drive to our Wadden Sea and cross our Wadden Sea and have a look at what else is on the other side. It's a beautiful little map. Lots of little creeks running through everything. Here's one right here. And you can see the dry sea over here. People walking on the beach. Or rocks, whatever it is. And here we are. Now you can see a little bit of water in there. Now what we're going to do is have a look over at the other side. Just a quick look. But what we're going to do is we're going to park our tractor at the sort of deepest area, I guess. Now, when I first tested, I thought this was going to be the deep area right here. But it's actually just around this corner, and the animation is full. So we've got right here. We'll go on to our map here. There's a few other things I want to show you over here. So we have a grain mill over here. All right. And then if we go over here, this is another sell point for us. Just a dairy. And then here is, it's the animal dealership. Now, it doesn't show up, but if we go visit and then go over here, you can see you can do your animals over there. All right, now, I do want to take a quick little jaunt across the road over here. You can see the sheep in here. We'll jump the fence. Head up over here. Now, if we buy this piece of property, you can see it comes up, and we can have 112 sheep over there. Now, we'll get to our little animated part here. Let's hop back in our tractor, and we will go and speed up time. Let's pop her up to 120. That should be all right. You can see the time popping up there. Now we'll turn around for the water animation. Now remember, it starts at 9 o'clock, and its peak moment is 2 p.m. So 9 o'clock. Now the water didn't move really. It was, I believe the animation was stuck there from before. From when I did previous save. So we will carry on to 10 o'clock, which will come very quick here. Here we are. 10 o'clock, it moves across and joins the two large pieces. Now, of course, if we back her up, there's a cool little water saturation animation here, and then we get into the water, and of course, it's not deep enough. We can still drive it. And we're coming up on 11 o'clock. There we are. It's up to the rims of our wheels now, but we can still drive it. Motor's dry. Cruising along to noon. Excuse me. Here we are coming up on noon. And now we're getting our warning, but we are still okay to drive. And now our posts are starting to disappear. You can all see what's coming or not coming. Keep an eye on our posts. Okay, we've got very little left now, but we can still drive. This is probably our deepest point right here, between there and here. Water animation is good. And we're coming up on 2 o'clock, which will be our deepest time. There we are. So now we've got to be careful because our posts disappear, but we are driving. We're not being flooded out, so I am a little surprised at that. So remember that you can drive across even on high tide. It does work. And then of course we're coming up on 3 o'clock. And everything starts to drop again. Alright folks, that's it. You've seen the animation. You know you can drive across. There you go. New map. Hallig, Luttenland. It's an island. Check it out. I'm Dirty Bones. Like and subscribe. Stay dirty, everyone. Peace.